Hello everyone, welcome to the TechETC channel. In this video, I am going to explain about indexing methods of single register transfer used in load store instructions of ARM7. In the previous video, I have explained about single register transfer uses using LDR and STR instructions, but we have not studied how that memory is accessed by LDR and STR instructions. So in this video, I will explain about the indexing methods of this single register transfer used along with LDR and STR instructions. Okay, so let's continue. In this video, I am going to cover about single register transfer of load store instructions. I will try to give some revision about the syntax of LDR and STR, which already covered in the previous video. After that, I will take up indexing methods one by one. That is, I will take the pre-indexing method with write back, post-indexing method, and at last I will compare all the three indexing methods. So I will try to give an example for each indexing method so that the concept will become clear. Okay, so let's continue to the next slide. So let us look at the syntax of LDR and STR instructions in this slide. So you can see the LDR instruction syntax, which already studied, which already covered in the previous video. Here the condition field along with LDR can be used optionally. Okay, conditions UINT field. So we can use it or we can leave it. Next field is the data type field, which is having B, SB, H, and SH. Okay, so this field also can be used or it can be left. Okay, depending upon the uses. So now for sake of simplicity, let us not use this condition field. So this is only used if we want to execute this LDR instruction conditionally. We can use it for any data type. So let us omit this condition field now. Okay, so if this field, the data type field is not used, then LDR instruction will be used to copy the 32-bit data into the memory, which is mentioned in this addressing. Okay, and if along with this LDR, if B is used, it becomes LDR B. It will load byte data from the memory from the specified address here. And along with the LDR, if we use the SB, it becomes LDR SB. Means it will load the signed byte data from a memory mentioned by this addressing into the register. And if we use H or SH, it becomes LDR H and LDR SH. So correspondingly, it will load the half-word data or signed half-word data into the specified register RD. Using the addressing is done by this addressing method. Okay. So overall, the syntax for this syntax, the working is explained by this statement. Okay. The working of this LDR can be explained by this statement, that is, memory content of addressing is loaded into the RD. RD is a destination register. It may be from any one of this R0 to R15 register. Okay, so this addressing is used to access the memory, from which memory we have to load the data. And here you can see only the memory is mentioned. It may be memory 32 or memory 8 or memory 16. Okay, if we are transferring the 8-bit data, then it becomes memory 8. If we are transferring memory, the 16-bit data, it becomes memory 16. And if we are transferring the 32-bit data, then only memory MEM is used to represent that in this statement. Okay, so now let us move on to STR instruction syntax. So here also condition field can be used to execute STR instruction conditionally. And after that, data type field is there, B or H. So from this we can have three types of instructions of STR, such as STR, STRB, then STRH. Okay, STR will be used to store the 32-bit value into the memory. STRB is used to store the byte value into the memory, and STRH is used to store the 16-bit value into the memory. And that memory is accessed by using this addressing. Okay, so this RD gives from where the data must be copied into the memory. Okay, so this RD, once again, it may be any register from R0 to R15. So in a single statement, the working of this str can be explained with the help of this. That is RD content. You can see the arrow mark here. RD content will be copied to the memory, which is pointed by this addressing. Okay, so this addressing is important in this. So overall, the addressing of this LDR and STR is the present topic, which is having the indexing methods. Okay. So now let us continue to the next slide. So how the addressing is done in LDR and STR? That is, usually addressing is implemented using two components, such as address base register, then offset value. Okay, using these two components, addressing of the memory is done. Okay, so here the effective address is found by adding the address base register and offset value. Okay, so which are specified in the instruction. So address base register and offset value both are specified in the instruction, such as LDR and STR. So we will see in the examples. Okay, so the address of memory is implemented using these two components, address base register and offset value. So here LDR instruction fetches the data from memory and STR stores the data into that memory. That memory is having the address, which is calculated by address base register plus offset value, which is called as effective address. Okay, effective address. Now let us take pre-indexing method in addressing mode of the LDR and STR instructions. In this pre-indexing, address of memory, usually called as effective address, is calculated by adding the contents of address base register and offset value. Okay, so that is, effective address is calculated by adding address base register content plus offset value. Okay, so now the LDR instruction is used to load the data from the memory having the address, this base plus offset. Okay, that is, base means it is base address base register, offset is the offset value, which are specified in the instruction. So loading of the data from memory into the register is done by using the instruction LDR. But in other case, storing of the data is done by using STR, and the memory address is calculated by base plus offset. So now in this pre-indexing addressing method, address base register is not updated. So this is important point here. Address base register is not updated. That is, before the execution of this pre-indexing addressing method instruction, the value of the address base register will be the same. Okay, so this will be clear in the next example section. So let us take an example. Here, before taking the example, let us assume some data. Okay, let us assume that R3 will be having 9000 hexadecimal value. Okay, next the memory of 9004 will be containing this data 77665544, and R5 will assume that it is having 0. Okay, so now let us take the instruction LDR R5 comma in brackets R3 comma hash 4. Okay, so here this R3 comma hash 4 in square bracket is the addressing. Okay, so this is the addressing of the memory. Okay, here you can see two components are there in square bracket. One is the R3, which is called as base address register, and 4 is the offset value. Okay, and this R5 is the destination register to where the data from the memory will be loaded. Okay, so here effective address is calculated by adding the address base register and offset value. So in this example, the address base register is R3 and offset value is 4. So now this R3 and 4 are added together to get 9004, because this R3 is having 9000 and offset value mentioned in the instruction is 4. So these two are added together to get 9004. Okay, so now from this 9004 memory, the content of this memory will be copied to the R5, which is indicated in the memory map here. Okay, you can see this memory map. Here the content of this 9004 will be copied to this R5. Okay, so that is after execution, the R5 will be loaded by this data 77665544. Okay. So now, but the R3, which is the base address register used in the instruction, it is not updated. You can see it here. It is same. After the execution of the instruction also it is same. So whatever this R3 is there, it is same. Okay. So that is address base register is not updated. But only effective address is calculated before the LDR and STR instructions are used. Okay. So this is the example of pre-indexing addressing method. So now let us move to next indexing method. It is the pre-indexing with write back. The working of the pre-indexing with write back is similar to the pre-indexing addressing method. Only the difference is that the base address register value is updated before it is used. Okay. So effective address calculation is also the same as the pre-indexing method. That is, address base register and offset value are added together to get the effective address. Now LDR section is used to load the data from the memory having the address base plus offset, and also STR instruction can be used to store the data into the memory having the address base plus offset. Now the base address register is updated as base plus offset before it is used in load store instruction. Okay, that is, base address register is updated here. So that's why the name of pre-indexing. Okay, so this is the pre-indexing with write back. So let us take an example for this also. So same data, let us assume, as with the pre-indexing method, same data I have taken. R3 is 9000, memory content of 9004 is same 77665544, and R5 will be 0. And the same instruction you can see, only the difference is that exclamatory mark, okay, which is the additional character as compared to the pre-indexing addressing method. So due to this exclamatory mark, this R3, which is acting as a base address register, will be updated, okay, before the use. Okay, the effective address calculation is similar to the pre-indexing. So here also address base register is added with the offset value to get 9004. From the 9004, the content of this memory will be copied to R5. So it is same. This is same as with the pre-indexing addressing method, but only the difference is that R3, which is acting as a base address register, which will be updated to 9004. Okay, so this is the only difference. So now let us move on to next slide. Post-indexing addressing method. Here, in this case, address of memory is calculated by adding the contents of address base register and offset value. Okay, so here also effective address is calculated, but here note that this updating of the address register is done by adding the address base register and offset value after the use of that address base register to load the data from the memory or to store the data into the memory. So the effective address is taken as from the base address base register only. Okay, that is, data from memory is loaded from the address of base. Okay, so this base is nothing but a base address register. Okay, so offset value is not added here. So data from register is stored into the memory of the address base. So that is, after this use of the base address register value as the effective address, the address base register is updated by using base plus offset. But after the use of that base address register in the instruction, this updating is done. Okay, so that is why it is called as post indexing. Okay, post indexing means address base register is updated after the use of the address base register as an effective address. Okay, so let us take an example so that it will be clear. That is example for post indexing. I am once again taking the same data here, assumed same data. R3 is holding 9000 and 9004 memory is holding the same data 77665544, and R5 is holding the 0. So now let us take an instruction LDR R5 comma square bracket R3 comma 4. Now see the difference in this instruction. In this instruction, the R3, which is acting as a base address register, is used only inside. It is the only one component used inside the square bracket. Offset value is present outside of the square bracket. Here you can see base address register R3 is the only one component present inside the square bracket, and offset value is present outside the square bracket. Okay, so here the effective address is the equal to address space register. Okay, that is equal to R3, which is nothing but it is 9000 in this example. Now after the execution of this instruction, R3 is holding the address, that is 9000. From this 9000, the memory content is copied to R5. It is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, which will be loaded to the R5. Okay, so this is shown here. R5 will be loaded by memory content of 9000 as 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, and also after the loading of the data from the memory, the base address register is updated as 9004. So note that the updating is done after the use. Okay, after this R3 is used as a base address register as a effective address, it is updated. Okay, so that's why the name post indexing addressing method. So this is an example of post indexing. So the difference between the pre-indexing and post-indexing is that in case of the pre-indexing, the effective address is calculated by adding the base address register and the offset value. But here the effective address is taken as only the base address register value. Okay, only the base address register value, and the base address register value is updated after the use of this base address register. But in case of the pre-indexing, the base address register is not updated, but in case of the pre-indexing with write back, it is updated. Base address register is updated. Okay, so this is how the difference. Let us compare these three indexing methods in the next slides. But before that, let us take str instruction, working of str instruction in the next slide. So examples of str instructions for all indexing methods. Okay, so let us check how this str can be used for all the indexing methods. That is, let us take R3 is holding 9000 as a base address register, and let us take R5 and R6 holding the same data, 0x222222, which are stored in R5 and R6, and let us assume that R7 is holding 11111111 in hexadecimal. So now let us use all the indexing methods. First, let us take the pre-indexing addressing method, that is str R5 comma square bracket R3 comma #4. Okay, so this is a pre-indexing method. Here the effective address is calculated by adding this R3 and 4. Okay, R3 content is 9000. If we add 4 to this, then the effective address becomes 9004. Okay, from the 9004, the R5 content will be stored into the memory. Okay, R5 content is what here? It is 222. It will be stored in this 9004. Okay, so here we can see the indication of R5 towards the memory. Okay, that is, after the execution of this str R5 comma square bracket R3 comma #4, effective address is calculated by adding the R3 and 4, and to that effective address of the memory, data of R5 will be stored in this memory. Okay, so next let us take next indexing method, pre-indexing with write back, and the example you can see exclamatory mark. Okay, str R6 comma R3 comma #4. So here also the effective address is calculated by adding R3 and 4. Okay, and note that is due to this exclamatory mark, the base address register is R3 is updated. Okay, and the effective address is same as 9004. So R6 content, which is assumed as same data, will be stored in this 9004 memory. Okay, but here in this pre-indexing with write back, R3 is updated. Okay, so next post-indexing method. Here you can see the R3, which is the base address register, is the only one component inside the the square bracket. Okay, here the offset value is not added to the R3 to get the effective address of the memory, which becomes R3 9000. Okay, so to this 9000 memory location, R7 content will be stored. Okay, R7 content is all ones in hexadecimal, so that it is stored in the 9000 memory. Okay, so overall we can see that after execution of these three instructions one by one, so first this if by the execution of the str r5 r3 #4 in square bracket, R5 content will be loaded into the memory 9004 and R3 is not updated. Okay, then second instruction, second indexing method, str r6 in bracket r3 #4 exclamatory mark, R6 content will be stored in the effective address 9004 and base address register is updated to the 9004. Okay, so note that in the pre-indexing method R3 is not updated, it is same. Okay, and in the third case, the str r7 square bracket r3 #4, it is for the post indexing. So now effective address is equal to the base address register. So for that base address register, R7 content will be stored in the memory, and then the base address register is updated, that is R3 equal to 9004. Okay, so this is how the str instruction works. That is, you can see in case of the pre-indexing, both pre-index and pre-index with write back, effective address is calculated by adding the base address register and the offset value. Then the content of the register will be stored in that memory location. And in case of the pre-index with write back, the base address register is updated. In case of the post indexing, the effective address is equal to the base address register value. So to that location, the register content will be stored, and after that use of the base address register, it is updated by adding the offset value to the new address, such as in this example to the 9004. So this is the use of the str instruction for all indexing methods. Okay, so now let us continue to the next slide. So in this slide I am going to compare about the all indexing methods. In the first column I have taken all the indexing methods. Okay, so in the remaining 4 columns I have taken some parameters to compare these. That is, let us compare how the data is accessed, okay, from the memory. That is, the data is the heading for the first parameter. That is, in case of the pre-indexing, the data is accessed as a memory of a base plus offset. Base register value plus offset is added together to get the effective address. But here the base address register is not updated. It is same before the execution and also after the execution, it is same. And this is a typical example which already we have seen in the previous slides. But where we can use this pre-indexing in software programming, that is, we can use this indexing method to access an element in data structures. Okay, that is, in case of the data structure, we can use this indexing method to access an element. So now let us go for next pre-indexing with write back. So here also the accessing of an element is same, accessing of a data is same, but the base address register is updated by using this base plus offset. Okay, and the use of the instruction is the same, but only the difference is the exclamatory mark. Only the difference is exclamatory mark. Next, the post index, in which the data is accessed using this base address register value. Okay, that is, offset value is not added to the base address register value to get the effective address. So, but the address updating is done after the use of that base address register value. Okay, and you can see this example which is already we have discussed. Okay, that is, in this you can see that base address register is the only one component inside the square bracket in this, that is R1, and the offset value is present outside. So both these pre-indexing with write back and post indexing methods are used in traversing in an array. That is, for traversing an array, these indexing methods used. That is, for example, to accessing an element in a loop, in an array, in a loop, we can use these indexing methods. So this is the comparison. So I hope I have explained all the indexing methods and you have understood. So if you like this video, please share this video with your friends, and if you have not subscribed my channel, you please subscribe this channel and write any comments if any regarding this my video. Okay, next press the like button if you have liked this video, and press the bell icon so that you get a notification if I upload any new videos in the future. So I will try to upload new videos regarding this ARM controller presently, and I will also try to load other educational videos regarding this electronics and communication field. So I hope all of you have understood and enjoyed this video. Okay, so please subscribe my channel, and thanks for watching this video.